Ah, ladies and gentlemen, Monday's trip to Tottenham does, however, feel like a massive gain for both Chelsea and Pochettino. Look, obviously at the moment, things seems to be quite settled for the time being, but I feel with the fixtures that are coming up, and especially this one against Spurs, the match-going fans, the people, especially in United Kingdom, in London, will tell you how huge this particular fixture is. If Pochettino doesn't get a winner here, I'm not really sure. Maybe draw could be okay, but if we lose, I think the pressure will start mounting. Let's go!
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. So, what is this particular news about? So, it's coming from David Ornstein on the Athletic Fan Q&A. I think things would need to go spectacularly wrong for that to happen. Poch sacked in January. The owners will naturally expect results to pick up, and if they do not to a satisfactory level, then I imagine they would look to review things next summer at the earliest. Monday's trip to Tottenham does, however, feel like a massive game for both Chelsea and Pochettino. So look, at the end of the day, I just want to set something clear. No one wants instability. It's not in any fan's interest to have a manager sacked. However, there is always a breaking point. There is always a limit. And circumstances matter. Circumstances matter. Now, I mentioned in my stream earlier on today, if you guys missed out on that particular stream, the match reaction, do check that out. I made the comparison of us and Man United being different at the moment. With Man United, I feel like even though Erik ten Hag is not getting the right results, there is a far deeper cause, a far deeper issue over there that is beyond the manager. There's a lot of players that are down toolings over there. There's a lot of players that don't fit the style of football that Erik ten Hag wants to play. Obviously, there is issues with ownership. There is issues with infrastructure. There is issues with how that entire football club is run. And all of that has been culminating for a very, very long time. And to rinse and repeat for their sake is probably going to be wrong. They probably need to stick around with Erik ten Hag, fix everything else, get rid of all the players that are underperforming and potentially are deadwoods, and give Erik ten Hag what he needs and build from there. And Erik ten Hag last season actually did fairly good. Won the Carabao Cup, went to the FA Cup final, I believe, ended up finishing, third or fourth, something like that, and made it to Champions League. So it's a different issue. With us, however, you can potentially say, new ownership, it's still not all settled down, but we've spent a lot of money. We have, director of football, like we've got a hierarchy set perfectly. Well, that's what it looks like on paper. Man United don't have that. We have a fairly good stadium. Yeah, it's not a big stadium, but in terms of infrastructures, it's not bad. Our training facilities are one of the best going around. So for us, that's not the issue. For us, we need a manager that's going to come in and galvanize the entire squad. So it's two different problems here. Now we can sit here and say we also have ownership issues, not as deep as them. Our owners actually spent. We've just not probably spent smartly in certain situations. But having said that, our squad, I do feel there is ample enough quality to be a little bit higher than where we are. I think we're 11th. We should be maybe 7th, 8th, at least at a bare minimum at this stage of the season. So it is different. It is different. So going back to the point that no one wants instability. No one is asking for a manager to be sacked, but there has to be a breaking point. And I think the breaking point is coming up over the next few fixtures, especially this one against Spurs. If you lose, this is one fixture no Chelsea fans want to lose. The rivalry between Chelsea and Tottenham is deep. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of animosity between the two clubs. I don't need to say it. We all know it's well documented. Now with the added flavor of Pochettino returning to Spurs, leading Chelsea Football Club as a manager, Chelsea fans will be devastated. I know I'll be devastated if we lose to Spurs. If we draw, maybe that might be okay for the time being. But People keep saying that we fare better against teams that don't want to sit back. We like to go toe-to-toe. But I'll say to those fans, we've not won against those teams either. Tell me one game where we've gone toe-to-toe with other teams and we've won. Okay, maybe we can say Brighton. We've beaten Brighton. Generally, the bigger teams, we've not really beaten them in recent times. Arsenal, draw. Liverpool, draw. So we may play better, but we don't win. So it's nothing to really celebrate about. So for me, look, yeah, I agree with what David Ornstein is saying over here, that perhaps there is no pressure at the moment, well, at least till January. And if there is some sort of knee-jerk reaction that we want to make on a manager, it'll probably be next summer. I get it if the results don't go our way. But Spurs, City, Newcastle, Brighton, Man United, the 5 games that are coming up in the Premier League, I'm telling you, this will be telling. This will be massive test for Pochettino, for Chelsea as a squad, and for the fan base as well. And of course, the owners, the board, everyone involved. This upcoming 5 fixtures are going to be huge, huge tests for our how much can we bear? You know, what is our threshold? Let me know. Let me know. You let me know in the comment section how you feel. Do you think if these 5 fixtures, they go south, we pick up predominantly losses and draws? How's that going to go down with you? We could potentially be, I don't know, even lower than what we are on in the table at the moment, which is 11th. We could drop down maybe as far as 15th, 16th. Who knows? After 15 Premier League games. You let me know in the comment section, do you have a breaking point? Or it does not matter? We just simply need to stick through this hard time and eventually come out of it, because changing managers consistently ain't going to get us nowhere. Or do you think, as I said, it's not the same situation as Man United? We just need a manager to come in and galvanize this particular group of squad and get them operating the way we believe they should be operating. I get it. It's a young squad. It's an immature squad. I understand that. But I think we can get a little bit more consistency. That's just my, end take on this whole matter. And I do feel the upcoming fixtures are probably going to pose as a breaking point. So let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we want to talk about Levi Colwill on Tottenham. I'm definitely ready, and speaking behalf on all of our players, we are all ready to go there and put in a good performance. And as I said, get the win. This is good. I like this attitude from Levi Colwill a lot. And the players, they should feel like this. They should be motivated to inflict the first loss for Spurs in this Premier League season, this season. I believe they're unbeaten at the moment, yeah. So the players should be motivated to inflict their first loss. That's great. Go out there away from home and do the number on Spurs. Ange Postecoglou, do you know what I mean? He seems all humble, this, that, well-spoken. They call him the Aussie Pep. Obviously, here in Australia, there's a lot of Spurs fans that's rising because of Ange Postecoglou. But we do need to show him that who's the boss around here. Do you know what I mean? These guys are getting a nice, easy path through. I wouldn't say easy, but they're playing some really good football. It's time to just maybe, give them a bit of a reality check. Chelsea players should be buzzing to inflict that damage. So yeah, I like this mentality. I absolutely like this mentality. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Ramsdale news is just not going away. I don't know whether we are being serious over here. Chelsea are willing to pay the long game to sign Aaron Ramsdale. The Blues know, pricing 50 million rated Ramsdale, 50 million rated. Wow. Away from their London rivals, Arsenal mid-season could be challenging, but are ready to push hard for his signature next summer. I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and say he's a bad goalkeeper. He's not. He's okay. But 50 million? Is a particular goalkeeper that's been shafted into the bench, and now David Raya is the goalkeeper at Arsenal Football Club. We've all seen the mistakes Ramsdale's capable of. Yeah, he's a good shot stopper. At the same time, he's erratic as well. He's nowhere near the levels that we need. I honestly don't see too much difference between Ramsdale and Sanchez. So why are we wanting to get Ramsdale for 50 million? Like, it will have to be a astronomical change. It will have to be of that world-class change. It's not. If anything, probably Sanchez is better than Ramsdale, in my opinion. Maybe it's slightly, I'm not saying miles better. All of these goalkeepers, Ramsdale, Sanchez, maybe even Kepa, they all fall under the same category. They're just probably better than each other by centimeters. Do you know what I mean? By a small margin. We're not talking about, Sanchez and let's just say Mike Mannion. I know he's injured, but like of that kind of a difference. Do you know what I mean? Or Thibaut Courtois, for instance, right? So for me, spending this level of money, 50 million rated, it's mad. And this particular rumor is getting quite annoying for me. But once again, let me know. There are certain people I've seen on the comment section actually quite interested in Ramsdale. You think that he's actually going to make a difference. Me, personally, I think that's money absolutely wasted. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section, everything we spoke about, especially the Pochettino, the breaking point, the pressure, the upcoming fixtures. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that in the comment section. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys for a live potentially tomorrow. There is All You Can Eat Chelsea as well, so we'll see when we will go live. Until then, everyone, take care and see you.